What is going on, people? Today is Monday, December the 22nd. I am getting this week's vlog started rather late. Um, Yesterday, I was kind of in a reflective mode. Um, I was doing a lot in preparation for 2026, in that I was talking to ChatGPT, like was my mentor. So we talked a lot about my writing. We talked a lot about how to prepare for 2026, what's going to go on in 2026. And right now, I am printing out some of the conversation that we had so that I can work on some things tonight during my downtime. Of course, after I finish my homework, today is the last day of class for 2025. Then we have a 2-week break. And then my next class actually starts on my birthday, January 6th. So in addition to waiting for this stuff to print, I don't know if I said this already, I probably did. My sentences, my thoughts have been running together all day. I am preparing for work. So as this stuff is coming off the printer, I'm putting it in my bag. And while we wait for the last page, I am going to go through this basket of clothes and find me something to wear to work tonight. I meant to take out my pants because they are in the bottom of this hamper. I hope you guys are having a great holiday season. To be honest, I am glad that it's almost over. My season hasn't been terrible. I'm just over it. I'm over the cold weather. I'm over the hustle and the bustle. But I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for work, and I will probably talk to you guys later. So let me start off by saying I apologize for what I thought. I had filmed a lot of content last week, but unfortunately I had not. However, I did find these clips of me making desserts to go to family dinner as well as to take to work. So what you see me doing right now is making the filling for 2 cheesecakes. First cheesecake is the Biscoff cookie butter. And I was doing this right before I went to work. So what I did is I made the filling and then I put it in a bowl and let it chill while I was at work. And then when I came home the next morning, I crushed the cookies, which I did not film that part because I was actually having a conversation on my phone with my sister at the time. But I crushed the cookies and put them in the tins and baked them up. And yeah, so this is the Biscoff cookie butter. I only use the cookie butter in the filling and then the cookies as the crust. When I've made this in the past, I've actually put cookie pieces inside of the filling and on top, and I meant to put a couple cookies on top and I forgot, but everyone loved it. And this footage is sped up to 4 times the speed because otherwise it would have been way too long if you just see me walk around the kitchen. And I found this to be a little bit more entertaining than just silent video of me walking around the kitchen. It's crazy because you can actually, when you do get a good glimpse of my face, you actually can see just how exhausted I am. But I've been pushing through for the last 2.5 months now. So my hope is to get some rest here soon. As of today, January 1st, 2026, when I'm doing this voiceover, I actually slept pretty well. So my body is getting adjusted to third shifts again. So as you can see, this batter is coming to a conclusion. I got my bowl there. As soon as it's finished whipping the last couple of ingredients in there, I put it in a bowl. So basically, to make it a cookie butter cheesecake, I use a traditional cheesecake recipe, which was 4 blocks of cheese. Um, then all the usual ingredients. I think it's 4 eggs, I think it was 1 or 2 cups of sugar. I'm not looking at it right now while I'm doing this voiceover, but got some vanilla. Surprisingly, this recipe didn't call for lemon juice, and I didn't have any anyway, so that worked out for me. Um, and then you put the cookie butter inside. Um, so I did wash the bowl out. I had to cut that part out, but I washed the bowl out before putting the other cream cheese in there. But the first cheesecake, I noticed that it wasn't getting as smooth as I wanted it, and what I realized is I should have um, whipped up the cream cheese for a couple minutes before adding other ingredients in there. I just kind of went right in with everything. So as you can see with this one, I went ahead and did the cream cheese first and let that go for a few minutes. This one is actually going to be a Cookie Monster cream cheese, um, a Cookie Monster cheesecake. So there's the sour cream, and then the eggs. And after the eggs, I put the sugar in there. So you see me cleaning up as I'm going. And now I just went over to the cabinet and got the gel food coloring out. So I was scraping the sides to make sure everything was fully incorporated before I added the sugar. Now I'm over there getting some toothpicks, I believe. Nope, I came back with the vanilla. And if you don't know, I make my own vanilla. And right now I have 3 different vanillas in my cabinet. I have a bourbon base, a vodka base, and a rum base. I believe for this cake I used the vodka base. Really the vodka or rum. I don't know, it could have been a bourbon, I don't remember exactly. So now I am putting the food coloring in there. Toothpicks are not getting as much dye or food coloring as I would like. So I eventually reached behind me and got a disposable butter knife and went in with that, and that did the trick for me. So once I'm satisfied with the color, I'll go ahead and let it fully incorporate. And then I'll do the same thing with this one, put it in a bowl and let it chill overnight. All right, so here is the next day. This was actually Christmas Eve. So 2 things I got to do here. You see, kitchen's a hot mess right now. So what I am doing is right now is making some simple syrup, and that was in preparation of the for the cake that you see me making right now, which is a sweet potato pie or sweet potato pound cake. So I start up with my sweet potatoes, sure that those were completely broken up and mashed before I added all my other ingredients. Again, clean it up as I go. Sorry, my shirt is not pulled down all the way. Didn't realize that until now. Now I am adding my butter. Kind of how I build my sweet potato pies. So the sweet potatoes, then the butter, then the eggs. So I just grabbed the baking soda out of the cabinet. Now I'm looking for um, measuring spoon. Couldn't find one, so I washed one out on this in the sink. You see me drying it off so it don't cake up. And the recipe is up there on my bulletin board, so that's why I was glancing up there to make sure I had my measurements right. Now I'm grabbing my brown sugar. I left the white sugar out thinking that's what I needed, but I actually needed brown sugar. Now we're grabbing the cinnamon and the nutmeg for the cake and cloves. No, that was salt and cloves and nutmeg. There's that rum vodka. Actually, that one was bourbon. So you see, I just filled it back up to make sure that my supply lasts as long as possible. Using pet milk because I didn't have any buttermilk, and everybody said that worked out. They like that taste a lot better. Now I'm adding my flour. Adding this flour very slow so I don't have a dust storm in the kitchen. I don't know what else I was doing at this moment. Oh, I was looking for a can opener. I couldn't find my little puncher can opener, so I had to use a traditional can opener and use the knife to pop it open or widen the spout. Now I'm adding my sour cream into my pound cake. At this point, I was looking for almond extract. I ended up not having any, but I prefer the cake without the almond extract. Again, sorry about the t-shirt. Yeah, the trash. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. My skin looks really good, and this lighting is really great right now. I have not done a good job with filming over the last couple weeks. I know this week for sure I was more focused on the planner and stuff that I was telling y'all about in last week's video. So we are officially in the last couple days of 2025. In fact, today is Sunday the 27th. I was supposed to wrap this up yesterday, but I was just so doggone tired because I didn't get much sleep at all this week. And I keep telling y'all, you know, every week I say the same thing, but it's the third shift life. But I promise to try to do better going into the new year with filming and getting my videos out on time. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this week's video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and see you soon.